Hello friends, welcome to conceptx.com. In last two video of banking awareness, we have seen the different phases of banking sector and different types of bank in India. This is the third video on banking awareness study materials, and in this video we are going to see the structure of Indian banking. Okay, so before moving to the video, I'll request you all to subscribe to our channel so that whenever a new video will come, it will reach to your mail itself. And for us also, it will be very easy to inform you back. So please take a minute. You will be able to see the subscribe button in the down. Just click on the subscribe so that you will have access to all the videos of our channel. Now let's move on. The structure of Indian banking. The first is central bank. So like in the last video also we have seen that Reserve Bank of India will act as a central bank for India. Every country has one central bank, and in India RBI, which is a Reserve Bank of India, is a central bank. Sometimes it's also called as an apex bank. Okay. So what are the function of the central bank? First is it has the monopoly or the note issue. Note: the currency can be issued only by the RBI. No other bank can issue their own notes. Okay. It acts as a banker to the government. So if government wants to keep some money or take some loan, so it like a bank for the government. It acts as a banker to the banks. It also acts like a bank for the banks. Means you cannot go directly to the RBI, but banks like Axis Bank, UCO Bank, and all sorts of banks, for them it is a bank. So if they want any sort of loan or they want to deposit some money, they can go to RBI. Fourth, it will take care, it will supervise other banks. It will take care and it will ensure that all the banks are following the correct policy and all these things. Okay. It serves as a lender of the last resort. It is a custodian of member bank reserves. It is a custodian of nation reserves of international currency. It functions as the bank of central clearance, settlement and transfer. It acts as the controller of credit. Now, second, scheduled banks. First, we have seen the central bank, which is the RBI, also called an apex bank. Second is scheduled bank. A scheduled bank is a bank that is listed under the second schedule of the RBI Act 1934. Means it's listed under the second schedule of the RBI Act 1934. Scheduled banks are further classified. Scheduled commercial bank. First, scheduled commercial bank. First is domestic bank. These are registered and incorporated within the country, India. Okay, so this is registered with like it's an Indian bank. Within India, it has been registered. Okay. For example, SBI, PNB, ICICI, HDFC, Dena, UBI, Bank of Baroda, and etc. So all these banks have been registered and incorporated within the country, means within India itself. Okay. In that, also there are different types. The first is public sector bank. Public sector banks, these are owned and controlled by the government. In India, the national banks and the regional rural banks comes under this category. Example, PNB, Bank of Baroda, Indian Overseas Bank, Dena Bank, Indian Bank, etc. Second is RRB, Regional Rural Bank. Example, Pratama Gramin Bank. Third is a private bank. These banks are owned by the private individuals or corporations and not by the government or cooperative society. So first we have seen what are the like structure we have seen. First we have seen the central bank. Second is the scheduled bank. Within scheduled bank we have seen first is domestic bank. Domestic bank is nothing but those banks which have been registered and incorporated within the country, means within India. Then it are like SBI, PNB, ICICI and all. Then again it's further divided. First is public sector bank, means the bank which is controlled by the government, like Bank of Baroda, Indian Bank, Punjab National Bank, all these type of banks. Second is RRB, the Regional Rural Bank. Example, Prathama Gramin Bank. Third is private bank. Private bank is nothing but it is owned by the private individuals or corporations, not by the government or cooperative society. Examples are Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. One more thing to note down, Axis Bank was earlier known as the UTI Bank. Earlier it was UTI. UTI Bank itself got converted into the Axis Bank. Okay. Second is foreign banks. These are the foreign in origin and have their head office in the country of origin. Branches of foreign banks in India, for example, HSBC, Citibank, and etc. So what this all country is not incorporated. It's not a, this all banks is not incorporated within India. So these are the foreign banks. Their head office is in somewhere else, means in another country, but they have branches in India. Okay. Example are HSBC, it's a Swiss bank, Citibank, and all these are. So also called as a foreign banks. Second type, scheduled cooperative banks. Okay. So we have seen within scheduled bank, we have seen scheduled commercial bank, and now scheduled cooperative banks. Cooperative banks are operated and organized under the cooperative society laws. Cooperative society banks in India is created to financing needs of agriculture, retail, trade, small industry, and self-employed business in urban, semi-urban, and rural areas. Types of banks are primary agriculture credit society, central cooperative banks, third state primary cooperative agriculture and rural development banks, state cooperative agriculture and rural development bank, urban cooperative banks. So this cooperative bank is for the small, like in some villages or even within city also, it will be there to help the small people like a small industry, a small employed business, and all these things. Okay. Third, non-scheduled banks. As of now, we don't have any non-scheduled banks. Fourth is land development bank. The purpose of this bank is to fulfill the long-term needs of the customer. For example, purchase of land, machinery, and etc. Government has started the land mortgage bank for this purpose. These banks have now come to be called as the land development bank. These are two types: central land development bank, primary land development bank. Fifth type is development bank. For example, EXIM Bank, NABRD, IFCI, ICICI, SFI, and IDBI. Okay, so let's see, and now we'll just see some of the difference between the cooperative bank and commercial bank. Commercial banks are joint stock banks. Cooperative banks, on the other hand, are cooperative organizations. Like cooperative bank is on the lower level, on the very small level. Commercial banks are governed by the Banking Regulation Act. Cooperative banks are governed by the Cooperative Society Acts of 1904. So this act also is different. For commercial bank, it is the Banking Regulation Act, but for cooperative banks, it is Cooperative Society Act of 1904. So they follow two different types of acts. Commercial banks are subject to the control of the Reserve Bank of India directly. Cooperative banks are subject to the rules laid down by the registrar of the cooperative society. So cooperative banks will not come in the direct supervision of RBI. It has to follow the rules it has been set by the registrar of the cooperative society. Cooperative banks have lesser scope in offering a variety of banking services than commercial banks. So commercial bank is somewhat, it's a bigger compared to the cooperative bank. Okay. Hope you would have liked this video. Please see the another video also on this banking awareness. Also like and share our video also with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and with your. And if you have any comments, please write it down in the comment section. We'll reply back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.